us to collate. But the NDC and the independent candidate rejected. So they rejected it.
What's your response to the NDC who say that you have used the police to intimidate them and control the EC to declare?
No, please. We are law-abiding, and they have never said that. I've not heard them say that.
I mean, that is the allegation.
No. Please, I beg you. No, please. Please. We are all here. You know the peaceful atmosphere with which the collation was done. You see, my good friend, our friends are only acting in bad faith. They should stop it. When we were seated here, their seniors who came in knew that they had lost. And they came to tell us that we should compromise for the declaration to be done tomorrow because their foot soldiers are up in arms against them. Let's be honest. They should be they should be honest. We want the process to continue peacefully. They shouldn't try to throw dust into the eyes of people. It's not fair.
I'm going to wait for Nsawam to be declared before we leave here.
Well, it's in the hands of the EC and the security. We are here for collation, peaceful collation. Let's go by it. We are all here. Nobody is intimidating anybody. Look at the table. They delayed us for 2 hours. They came again, they left, and they've come again. We have our pink sheets. Your cameras are here. What is stopping the collation? If you've won, you've won. If you've lost, you've lost. And again, Dr. Bawumia conceded even before declaration. Why are they not allowing?
So that is the majority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Markin, statements. They have won the Suhum seat handsomely, and the NDC is just acting in bad faith. Your opponents are saying that you've lost this election. A specific mention to the Suhum constituency, which we all witnessed some few minutes ago. What say that?
We have not lost the Suhum constituency. What has transpired here is complete illegality. It's complete illegality. We are not going to be part of this illegality. What they have done is it's a complete charade. Complete charade. We won't accept this. And I can assure you, and I'm assuring Ghanaians, that the incoming government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will respect this.
What is your concern with the result as collated and declared?
Our concern is very clear. Those polling stations that they were talking about amounted to almost 3,000 votes. You cannot disenfranchise them just because you have a laptop or you have the power as returning officer to sit here and decide that I'm going to disenfranchise those people and allow this thing to stay. How will we allow the people queue and voted? They queue under the sun to vote, and they were doing this under the cover of security. The security was helping them. They used the same security in 2020 to annex 5 seats. Zabzugo constituency, Takon Swayem, Sofiwi also. They also did that the same thing as Sikado Ketan and Techima South. They killed people. The same security they used in shooting people killed 8 of our members. They tried the same modus operandi again this year, and you have just seen it play out, where they decided to move from one constituency, one region, to another region, another jurisdiction, to decide to collect their own resource because they feel that this is a place where the security is enough, so that they can play out the same 2020 strategy. That's what they have done here.
Dr. Musa Tanko, sitting through the process, and I saw your representatives and your council present, they've been able to collate a number of polling center results. So far, what are the figures pointing to?
I am saying that, yes, they were following through the process, and they came to realize that almost 3,000 votes were about to be rejected by the returning officer due to some anomalies caused by they themselves. And clearly, they didn't even have pink sheets, original pink sheets for those areas. Just like what is going on at Dodgery, in Sawam at Dodgery. 82 pink sheets, they cannot account for it. They don't even have it. And they're sitting there and say they want to collate results. Who does that? Is that how we do elections? Is that how we collate?
Allegations and counter-allegations. This same thing happened for the Ablekuma North, the Okankwe Central, and they say they will make sure all those ones are collated and declared. What would you? What be your
We
reaction?
won't accept it. No, look, what they did is completely illegal. Look, CI 127 is very clear about collation and recollation. When a returning officer declares results, it is only a court of competent jurisdiction that can call for recollation. Nobody has that power. Jin Mesa doesn't have that power. At the national collation, I told Bossman and Tete that they are involved in illegality by asking that they should recollate. There's nothing like that in the law. The law is very clear that when you declare, a returning officer declares a result, if you are not satisfied with the declaration, you head to the court. What are they doing here? You saw Fantiakwa North, a returning officer who is clothed with the law, power by CI 127 to do declaration, declared our candidate winner for Fantiakwa North. At the time he was doing the declaration, the deputy was standing by him when he declared it. Today, what did you see?
That was done under duress.
What are you seeing here? A whole of police. We are under police premises, training school. How will you describe this one?
They are providing security.
We're not providing security over there. All there were police there when the declaration was made. All the other areas. I saw that was at Domi Kwabinya. Military men and police were there. You describe it as duress? Is that how you describe it? And I'm saying that is illegality. Our government will not respect it.
Whilst preparations were underway, you expressed your displeasure, hoping that they would halt the pronouncement. Now it has been pronounced and it's official from the camp of the EC. What is next in line?
It's not official. We rejected it. We rejected it. You saw me. I was very emphatic, and I'm clear in my mind that we are not going to respect what has happened here. And nobody should hold himself having been elected for that area. We are not going to accept it.
What will you do differently when it's been declared?
Our next round of life is under our sleeves. You wait. I've always been telling you, we have other plans for them. That's the plan we use in defeating them 56%. We have other plans. We are not going to respect this thing. And they better stop it. I am saying we won't respect that decision because we won't disclose our plans for it. We have our other plans for them.
But Mr. Computer, you lay the emphasis that in the other constituencies that the EC...
So that is Musa Tanko Computer, one of the research leads for the National Democratic Congress as far as election matters are concerned. And so generally, he's been making the point that the declaration that just happened is an illegality perpetrated by the police together with the Electoral Commission.
Identify almost 3,000 votes that has been taken out, and we think that is illegal. You cannot just disenfranchise them because you cannot get your own pink sheets. That is wrong.
Confusion still continues, and we want to bring you live feed from the Coalition Center where the NPP and NDC are not agreeing on terms as far as the Isawam Edrediri constituency coalition is concerned. Now, this is happening between the Honorable Afedagesi Boyome and one of the lead agents for the New Patriotic Party. And all of them seem to be raising their voices at each other. And at this juncture, it is the loudest voice that people, the loudest voice is what stands at the table at this moment.
Let him try. The constituencies that, listen, journalists, listen. Constituencies that have been declared already. The Mesa is bringing them here tomorrow to redo collation and count. We are saying that the police people should not get involved. If they bring it here, it will not happen. You try it. Try it. Try it. No Ashanti is coming here. No Greater Accra is coming here. If you like, try it. I am saying this to tell Jean. I will make sure. It is illegal. You will not bend this country. This one we do it tomorrow. This one we will do it tomorrow. This one we'll do tomorrow.
So it is one voice across the table where you are either at the other end throwing your voice at your colleague on the other side, and the voices are raised such that the confusion and the chaos still continues. The police have now surrounded the table, waiting for the Nsawam proceedings to continue. Now we see the Deputy Director of the Electoral Commission for the Eastern Region present at the table with the returning officers and the coalition officers from the Electoral Commission waiting to go through the process. Now the Suhum election has been declared already, and generally the situation is that the police are present in their numbers to ensure that they enforce law and order. I actually came to you earlier seeking to speak to you on the matters regarding the Nsawam constituency. You are the secretary for the NDC in the Nsawam constituency.
No, for Eastern Region.
For Eastern Region.
Yes,
so
sir.
you are the regional secretary.
Yes,
now tell us what is happening as far as the Nsawam coalition is concerned.
Yeah, as you speak, we are left with 82 police stations to authenticate their pink sheet. The pink sheet the EC is producing, we have issues with them. Most of them are not authentic, and we earlier on flagged those pink sheets. Currently, what we are asking for, looking at the tension outside there, even I'm surprised the police is not even advising for us to even postpone this issue. What we are asking for is postponement. Let's postpone the whole thing. Tomorrow we come back, we authenticate the pink sheet, then we continue.
You came here since morning.
Yeah, we've been here since morning. We've been here since morning.
You just finished
You
once
see,
and for all.
the EC is even saying that he is not having 5 pink sheets. Apart from that, we have 32 to 36 pink sheets, which are not original. They are all carbonated pink sheets. The EC is supposed to provide original pink sheet, not carbonated pink sheet. So we need to authenticate those pink sheets. 82 pink sheets. We can't do that tonight. At least we need to postpone the whole process. Come back tomorrow, then we continue. That is what we are asking for.
What has been the confusion that led you all the way from the Eastern Region to Greater Accra?
Ask Jemensa. Jemensa is the cause. He brought the whole process here, which is even illegal, because declaration should be done at the constituency. Even if you can't do it at the constituency, why don't you do it at the region? We started well at the region, and they decided to bring it here. If we had not followed up, they would have engaged in illegality. Because in earlier one, Fantiakwa, the returning officer declared our candidate. They dragged the deputy returning officer, gave him money. He came here to declare their candidate. According to the law, deputy returning officer do not even have the power to declare whoever wins the winner. It is the responsibility of the returning officer. So they decided to engage in illegality. That is why we are stopping. We don't want it to continue. We have issues with their pink sheet. We have issues with the whole process. We need to postpone it. Come back tomorrow and continue.
How many have you collated so far?
We've collected 121.
How many is outstanding?
82.
And with the 82, you made specific mention of the fact that there are errors on them.
Some of them are not original pink sheets. We don't know where they pick those pink sheets from. We need to authenticate those pink sheets before we can continue. We can't do that tonight.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That's the Eastern Regional Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. Now let's get the thoughts of the NPP rep also and what his concerns are.
Them tomorrow. We have all the documents here. We have started. When we came in the morning, we started with the pink sheets that the EC has and we also do. We've done that. 81, I think 79 of them the EC has, we don't, one way or the other, they also don't. The point is that if the EC has his document, it is not his business that we don't have our document. Let us verify if the figures are correct. Then the EC go ahead to work with his documents. I don't know why they want us to go home and come back tomorrow and start the whole process again. When we started this process, we stopped somewhere around the line. We came back. They insisted that we have to start back again. Tomorrow when we come, they will do the same delay tactics. It is just a pure delay tactics that they are doing. And that is our problem.
But have you arrived at a conclusion yet?
That is what the EC is supposed to do. When we were leaving, when we were truncated to go and finish Suhum, the agreement was that finish with these ones that we all have, then we'll come to the ones that we are flagged. So we are done. The ones that we are flagged, let's go and look at them and take a decision. But point is that, okay, what decision is the EC going to take? When the EC decided that we are going to add all of them, they are all the police stations. We add them. Their problem is that because they don't have that pink sheet, the EC who has the pink sheet, who conducted the elections, cannot use them.
They say the EC also doesn't have about 5 pink sheets.
That is not their business.
Why wouldn't it be their business? Because
the EC is supposed to... Have you spoken to the EC? Have you spoken to the EC?
It's been one allegation to the other.
Have you spoken to the EC? When I allege, they also allege who is the final arbitrator, the EC. So wait, when we are doing the process and we mention those pink sheets or those police stations and the EC doesn't have, we all see, we all know. It doesn't lie in your mouth to tell us that the EC doesn't have. It doesn't lie in your mouth.
What are you gaining in terms of numbers or figures so far with your internal police?
We are winning. That is all. We've won. So let us go through the document and declare. That's all. Find the document, add them, and declare. That's all. That's all. That is all. We've won, and they know their document is there. We've won the elections. I'm not on prize. Won the elections. What is the difficulty here? Why are they postponing this? Go, let's do tomorrow. Let's do it the morning. Why?
Your full name and position?
Asiedu, I'm the parliamentary MP led for Busumi Freho.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, and that is another MP led standing in for his brother, basically to ensure that the Suhum constituency turns blue for the New Patriotic Party, because they feel strongly that they've won the election, and coming here is just basically for them to go through the coalition process and to understand what is going on. You are the Suhum secretary for which for which party?
NDC in Suhum Edrejiri.
Okay, so you would know much regarding what is happening in the constituency. Now, what calls have you received as far as the coalition of this your constituency results are concerned?
Even the calls from my constituents?
Yes.
Oh, the calls are very numerous. They want to know what is going on, and as much concerned constituents of Suhum Edrejiri, they are all in for the betterment of Suhum Edrejiri. So they are calling to know how far with the victory that Honorable Suhum has won. They want to know if we have actually confirmed it. That is why they are calling, and the signs are good. Now,
we understand that a number of your team supporters are out there waiting. If the issue does not turn in your favor, they may turn their anger on you. How are you hoping to calm them down for us to have a peaceful country?
Our people are law-abiding people. They will not do anything untoward. But you see, we have done our individual collation, and per our collation, NDC Honorable Suhum won the elections.
By what? By what figure?
They have won the elections by the total figure was 29,909.
And your opponents got what?
29,018. So the difference of 891. So we are here to confirm that. Now, what has been happening the whole day is that we have compared pink sheet to pink sheet. But in some instances, some of the pink sheets are having concerns and issues. The NPP think that they have spotted some deficiencies in our pink sheet. And we also think that some of their pink sheets, they have some questions to respond to. So in all, we have put together 82 pink sheets that are having concerns, both parties, including that of the EC. So we have collected 121. Now, looking at the time, we are saying that, look, the police officers, the journalists, everybody seems to be very tired.
We are not complaining. We are ready to go the full hall. The police are not complaining. Why don't we finish and then we leave here?
No problem. If they want us to finish, we don't have a problem. But you see, all those 82 pink sheets, they are having concerns. The EC is, in many instances, they don't have the original pink sheet. The EC, they don't have the original pink sheet. So we want to insist. If we want to insist on the original pink sheet, that is another question. Now, there are times that the EC's figures are inconsistent with what we have. So you see, if we want to go into those cases one after the other, then we all agree that we are spending 3 to 4 days here. If that is what they want, fine. But we are saying that in fairness, these 82 pink sheets are well secured. We have all the codes for all of them. So we should package them down nicely. Then we go refresh, come back and sit on them so that with a clear mind, we can deal with the pink sheets one after the other. They say, hey, they want to do everything today. So that's the point at which we are now. If they insist that we want to go ahead with it, then fine. Once they take every pin sheet, we will look at it, the inconsistencies on it, the originality and the reliability of it. Then by the time we finish all the 82, then you know where we are going. This is our concern.
By the time we all come to that consensus that the pink sheet the EC has, NPP has, and yourself, the serial numbers tally, but in terms of writing, there are errors. Would you accept them?
Once there are errors, it's not going to be accepted. Okay, once there are errors, it's not going to be accepted. You see, but we can have a common gentleman understanding, just as we did from morning. There are a few things that didn't go well, but we all agree that look, we can let go. But with these 82 pin sheets, it is going to be the decider. So we need to take our time to scrutinize. That is why we say, look, let us go refresh and come back. But if everybody says we should go ahead, we don't have a problem. We have now somebody saying that we don't have our pin sheet. It's quite laughable. Go and check their pin sheet, a photocopy pin sheet. They don't have original pin sheet. They have gone to take the EC's pin sheet and photocopy it. We have original up-to-date pin sheets. So they're only peddling falsehood that we don't have pin sheet. We don't have pin sheet. We have our pin sheet, and we have collated everything. And it's left with 82 outstanding pin sheets that have one or two concerns. So we are saying that these concerns, we need to take time and look at them. But when we start this process, you see one pin sheet, we may spend 2 days on it. I can bet you. One pin sheet, we will spend 2 days on it. If like they should do it. So we are saying, look, let us all go refresh, sit down, maybe we set down some modalities, then we all collate. After all, we are all looking at the interest of Suhum Edwejiri. That's all.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the constituency secretary for the NDC, making it known that they have all the time at hand to proceed with their coalition if the NPP won't understand for them to postpone the coalition and the comparison in terms of the 82 pin sheets that they feel have some form of errors on the surface. And so generally it's been one spontaneous issues of chaos, people shouting here and there. And since morning, 3 constituencies have been declared so far. The Fatiakwa North constituency has been declared in favor of the NPP. The Akwetia constituency is 10 blue. The Suhum constituency, some few minutes ago, under the guard of police personnel present, that was also declared for the NPP. They are now waiting for the Suhum Edwejiri constituency. Almost all of them are exhausted. Some of them are eating at this moment. And you see the director of EC, the director of the CID actually is giving command to his men, and by men I mean the police personnel, to take a seat, relax, and when the situation is trying to get out of hand, they may call upon them to quickly intervene to ensure that there is sanity within or in the collation center. So at this moment, the EC director is there, the deputy director is there. I want to approach him to see if we can get a bit of understanding as to why the collation has been fraught with a lot of chaos since morning. He will better tell us what the situation is on his part. Director, so this is the deputy director of the EC for the Eastern region, and he's been supervising the various collation since morning, and he's here. Nana. Well, he's still engaging further. He's having a conversation with some of the agents at the table, trying to see how best they can iron out issues so they can proceed. And the Honorable Anodompre is seated right there comfortably. I actually had a conversation with him on the news, but at this juncture, I think the earlier conversation I had with him was so short. This time we have the opportunity to probably have a lengthier conversation on the back of this. He's in the center of all of this. The Honorable, you are in high spirits.
Well, I don't think I'm the center. It's the EC that is at the center.
Okay.
They have the mandate to do the needful. I'm just complying to the rules.
The EC I mean, the concerns your opponents are raising is that they would have to go through all the 82 pink sheets that they feel have issues, and so that may even take a long period. They are calling for it to be postponed till tomorrow.
The decision is that I have suggested to the senior members on their side that we should start. At least we need to start. I was first to be here. Since 5 a.m. I've been here and I've been patient all these while. So we need to start. And then once the energy wears on, we can take a decision. I think we have to start.
But the energy they feel on their part has actually gone down, and that they want it
I don't think so.
But Honorable, constituency collation is supposed to be done at the constituency level. Why moved all the way to Greater Accra region? What really happened? I mean, a number of our viewers, a number of viewers who are across the country do not know why.
This question is mute. So you may probably have to educate. And as a media, you have the mandate to educate them. It is also
help us educate.
As you do know, it was to provide a platform with a good security. That's the reason. That's the reason.
Nothing untoward happening at the constituency level?
Well, there are various things happen at various places. I don't want to go into details on that. For now, what matters to me is the coalition.
And you are hopeful by the end of day, I mean, you should clear the 82 that is left for all of you to have your peace.
Yes. Let's all endure and get it done off our chest, and then we can go home. They have a country. They have a governance to implement. Yes, they have one power. They have emphatic majority. They have to rule this country. So they should just let us get this in off our chest. Then they can go ahead and do their various appointments.
Yeah. But you were even giving some suggestion to the president to suspend the transition process.
Well, I've said that. I leave it to the president to make that decision.
The Honorable Anodompre, right there, the majority chief whip, and he's here saying that he believes they should go through the entire process. He's up for it. He was here as early as 5 a.m. and he doesn't see the reason why they would suspend the collation and come back another day. He feels that should be dealt with today, gotten off their chest so they can move about their business. Now we see he's here with his team members on this side. The NDC is on the far end. We've already engaged the Eastern Regional Secretary of the NDC, and then the Electoral Commission, who is the referee, is not trying to speak to us, but I will try my possible best to see how best to convince him to tell us what his decision would be going forward. Nana, they say everything lies on your shoulder at the moment, and so we are waiting on your directive. What to be your directive? Or what is your suggestion to the party, since they say you do not even have the authority over what is happening because this is a constituency collation?
Oh, we want to involve the parties and then take a decision. And I think we'll take a decision that will help everybody.
If you say you take a decision that will help everybody, what do you really mean?
What I'm saying is that it's between the two parties. And so we want to actually talk to each other and come out with a decision. That is what I mean. They
said it's left with about 82 pink sheets.
Yes.
NPP says they want to proceed with all the 82, get it cleared.
Yes.
NDC is saying that, I mean, they are exhausted. They came here since morning and they would prefer that you postpone it, come back the following day and exhaust the rest 82, because the 82, they feel there are some significant errors on the surface of the pink sheets that if they even take one pink sheet, it may take hours for them to even finish with that. What will be your response?
No, I don't think we have issue with the pink sheet. I don't think we have any issue with the pink sheet.
Then why did they, flag those 82 pink sheets?
Their reason is that we have those centers as a commission, and the parties do not have it. That is the reason. But I think we've taken a decision on that.
They say you also do not have some pink sheets.
We are yet to go through all our pink sheets, and when we finish, we'll get to know the ones we have and the ones we don't have.
How many polling station pink sheets were you supposed to have in all?
It's about 203. 203. Okay. Yes.
The special voting?
Yeah.
So 203 in all. and now there are about 82 of them. That is significant. That is going to take a whole lot of time.
Oh, but if we want to do it, we can do it. But yes, one.
Oh, we have red flag, red flag, red flag. That's why we are here now. You see, if they have taken the decision, by this time we have finished and gone. You see?
But they also feel that the EC hasn't done a good job in terms of being firm, taking decisive action, or decision going forward.
It's the two political parties who are not agree with themselves. It's not about electoral commission.
One said we should postpone it. One said we should continue. So why do you blame electoral commission?
This is because you also don't have some pink sheets. You are the referee in the game. You should have everything.
What's the problem? We are here to solve the problem, but two of them are not ready to solve.
What we are left is 82, and we are saying that they say we don't have a pink sheet. I told you that the pink sheet we have, the one that were flagged, it was because they don't have it, and we've taken a decision that since we have it, we gave them a copy. So if you don't have it, that will not nullify all the 82 polling stations.
We just saw, or we just witnessed some declaration happen with the Suhum constituency. The concern is that 6 polling centers are unaccounted for, and they believe that holds significant, impact to the declaration. But you proceeded under police or security guard to declare the constituency election.
We've taken a decision, and we've taken a decision. That is taking the 6 centers out and declaring.
You've disenfranchised Ghanaians who went to queue at those 6 polling stations, and according to the executives, that is over some 2,000 votes.
That is not the issue.
What is the issue?
If you have a center and you say it's overvoting, the law is clear.
What is the overvoting in this case? At the point I heard you cite example that if you open a ballot box and there are 100 ballot papers in there and they are valid, that is what you work with. When someone goes to record either less or more, that does not play out in your case. Now you have the situation where over 2,000 people are being disenfranchised.
No, I have explained to you that what you are saying is not a position. Okay. And the example that you are using, that was not the case.
Okay.
The example there was that, one, doing voting, they said, let's say 300 people, they take 300 names. And doing counting, it was 305. So will you cancel that center polling station because the valid vote there is 305? It could be that the one who was taken took less than the number, and that was the situation there. Yes, so that was not about voting issue.
So those who voted at the other 6 polling stations, if they confront you and ask you why is it that their vote didn't count, what will be your response to them?
When they come, a decision will be taken, and whoever have issue with it knows what to do.
If they say know what to do, as in what?
I'm saying if a resource is declared and you have issue with it, you know what to do.
I don't know what to do. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, then go and find out.
Nana, thank you very much for speaking to us. Your full name again and your position? Your full name and position?
I'm Nana Odron Mapo, Deputy Regional Director.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is the Deputy Regional Director for the Eastern Region, and he's been gracious to explain to us a number of things that have happened since morning regarding the collation and declaration of resource here at the police training depot at Tesano. And generally we see the Honorable Alfred Agbesi now sitting together with the Honorable Frank Anodompre, as well as the Deputy EC Director, and having some tete-a-tete, trying to fashion a way forward so they can make progress based on the Nsawam Adrejiri constituency elections. Generally, none of the parties want to be cheated in this whole election, and for that matter, all eyes, ears, all the senses are activated basically and they have their eagle eyes opened wide to ensure that nothing untoward happened on the part of the referee, being the Electoral Commission, as well as on the part of the other parties. The fact remains that the NDC and NPP are twins who don't trust each other in anything. And so one would be raising serious allegations and the other would feel so comfortable going with what the referee is saying. Then at a certain point in time, the other will quickly be calm because probably it favors Imoe, and then the other twin would be agitated. And so it's been like this since morning, and spontaneous rivalry, shouting, the chaos continues. But for the Suhum one, as we just heard from the Deputy Director of the EC for the Eastern Region, he says anyone who is not satisfied with the declaration knows what to do. I want to believe he's trying to say you can go to court if you don't feel satisfied with the decision taken here some few minutes ago. The majority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Makin, has been here since morning, also ensuring that he brings his leadership skills to bear. He calms situation as and when temperatures are high, and then again he comes in to also ensure that none of the parties are raising their voices at each other. They want to do everything with a certain level of understanding. Generally, 3 has been cleared, but the NPP is also saying that, or the majority leader keeps saying that they are going to bring in the other constituencies for which they think they have won, but the NDC, he alleged that the NDC used some level of force and compelled the electoral officers to proceed to declare the results in those constituencies. Key example, he mentioned the Ablekuma North, he mentioned the Okaikwe Central, which even the incumbent MP, Patrick Boama, indicated that he's going to take or seek legal remedies as far as that declaration is concerned. Generally, the atmosphere is currently calm, and the coalition, as to what the decision would be on the 82 pink sheets remaining, is what we are waiting for. The electoral officers are exhausted. The police, you can see it visibly in their faces that it's been a very long day, a tiring day, and they feel they should end this whole process so everyone can get out of this place to catch some sleep. But, well, the NPP says they are ready to go the long haul. The NDC says they should be postponed as far as the Nsawam constituency is concerned, and we are all here in the coalition center. Let the camera just pan for you to see the level of security present in this hall or coalition center. The CID director won't speak to us because, his job does not require that he speaks to the media. So she won't speak to us as far as the security issues are concerned. But she encourages her people, her personnel, to take a seat, relax, and when tensions are high, she urges them to get up and ensure that they bring a certain level of order to the coalition center. Now, almost everyone is tired and they are waiting patiently. The decision on the Nsawam will now determine whether the place would become as chaotic as we've seen some few minutes ago, or we will all disperse from this place knowing that we are going home to catch some rest. Generally, this has been the situation at the police training depot at Tesano, and this remains your election bureau. The hashtag remains Ghana Polls 2024. We've been able to bring you the collation and reports from across the country throughout the election period, and is left with these unresolved issues regarding certain constituencies. And we understand the Electoral Commission has directed that all those constituencies with unresolved issues should come to this particular center with maximum police protection to, as it were, freely go through or recollate the results and redeclare the ones that has already been declared, or those yet to be declared. The collation is done here and a declaration is done to those outstanding constituencies. If you can hear me, Nana, this has been our extensive coverage of the collation of 4 constituency results here in the collation center at the police training center in Accra. Generally, the situation now is calm, but our viewers and listeners can follow us on all our social media handles to catch every action they've missed throughout the day as far as this particular collation is concerned.
Well, Fred Duho there reporting from the collation center here in Accra, which of course is at the National Police Training School at Tesano, where 4 constituencies in the eastern region which have come under contention. Both parties, these two being the National Democratic Congress NDC and the New Patriotic Party NPP, declaring themselves winners of these seats. And so there's been a transfer from the region to the national level where recollation has been done. So far, out of the 4 being Fantiakwa North, Suhum, and Suhum, Aduajiri, and Akwetia. Out of this 4, 3 have been declared by the Electoral Commission in favor of the New Patriotic Party and its candidates. So Fantiakwa North has gone to the NPP, Suhum has gone to the NPP, Akwetia has also gone to the NPP. What is outstanding now is the Nsawam Aduajiri constituency, where Frank Arnold Dompre is challenging an earlier declaration by the EC in favor of the National Democratic Congress. We've seen the ilk of the 2 parties all present at the collation center to make sure that really the agenda of their respective parties is propagated to the latter. My colleague Fred Duho has been there since morning, bringing us live updates and of course live pictures regarding the collation of or recollation of the results, parliamentary results for these 4 constituencies. Fred, now just a quick one to you. Do we have confirmation on whether or not the recollation for the Nsawam Aduajiri constituency will continue, or it will be rescheduled or postponed till tomorrow?
From all indication, the NPP is not agreeing to any postponement of the collation or the situation regarding the Nsawam Aduajiri constituency. They want to go the full haul. They are asking that the 82 outstanding pick sheets should be dealt with today. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. They believe that should be done, the results declared, so that they can really go about their normal duties, rather than going by the NDC suggestion to postpone, come back another day, which is a cost to them, a waste of time, and as well as the fact that a number of supporters in the constituency at Nsawam and even across the country do not really know their fate as far as the declaration of that constituency is concerned. The incumbent MP, the Honorable Frank Arnold Dompre, insists that he won with some marginal numbers, and so he would stay through till he sees the end of the declaration. And they just went into conclave as to what the discussion was. I want to believe at this juncture they want to continue, but he's making a statement. I think we should get a bit of what the Honorable Arnold Dompre is saying.
And the parties do not have the pink sheet. It is your pink sheet.
Okay, we are made aware that this is kind of some engagement going at their own level to appreciate what the issues are. And the Honorable MP is saying that the pink sheets are valid. They are from the Electoral Commission, and that the flagging of some of the pink sheets as though they are not authentic is the reason why they are still here. They've made compromises from the start till now, and here they are at this moment. The situation seems to be getting out of hand. It's been a long day. They want to ensure that, okay, I just overheard him say that for the sake of transparency and the mere fact that they've already wasted a day here, he believes they should still continue. And he's still making the statement that he's been sitting here since morning till now, and he wants to continue, and those who came late are rather demanding that they should close. That will not be fair to him. He is waiting. He's made a lot of compromises. He's made a lot of compromises since morning as far as the election coalition is concerned. So they want to now take final decision from the Electoral Commission. And when that is communicated to them, they will go by it. And so they are waiting finally for the Electoral Commission to put its decision across, and that would inform the way forward. But at this juncture, for all of them to be raising voice at each other would not in any way inure to the benefits of any of the parties. And so he believes that 3 constituencies have been cleared. To allow for Nsawam to still be here at this hour is not one that he's happy with. He want to believe that when he's done making his submission, they will give the opportunity to Honorable Alfred Agbesiwoyome to also make his statement. And if the NDC would agree or not, the final decision still lies with the Electoral Commission regarding the decision whether to make steady progress or call it a day. Nana.
Very well, Fred. Thank you so much. We'll definitely be coming back to you for some updates regarding what final agreement has been made, whether to proceed with the recollation or postpone it till the morning of December 13, 2024. My colleague Fred Duho bringing us live pictures, live updates from that center at the National Police Training School here at Tesano in Accra, where 4 constituencies under contention in the 2024 general elections. Parliamentary results for these 4 constituencies are being recollated. What we know so far is that 3 have been completed and declared in favor of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. 1 outstanding, this one being the Suhum Adwajiri constituency. And you just saw in your shot the sitting member of parliament, Frank Anodompre, making some submissions there. We are waiting to see whether the decision will be made on whether or not to continue with the recollation or postpone it to the morning of December 13, 2024. We're getting hint of a new development, and so let's take you back to the police training school here at Tesano. Hello, Fred.
Hello, Nana.
Great, good to have you back. If you can help amplify what Mr. Agbesiwoyome is saying, so we can have a proper understanding.
So, Nana, currently in your short is the director of CID, also saying that it is late at this juncture. Allowing the police personnel to be here since morning is one that is, so exhausting. And that she believes that they should allow her men to go catch some sleep because they are tired. And so the CID director sought to make a brief intervention or probably suggest to them that they should close. But the Honorable Alfred Agbesiwoyome is still speaking. And what the Honorable Agbesiwoyome keeps saying is that He went out of the collation center and he realized that supporters from both sides of the parties, they've been able to break security protocol and they've made their way all the way to the compound of the training school. And so from the look of things, he doesn't think it is security wise to still continue at this moment. He thinks they should postpone so that they calm their teaming supporters down, so that they can return in a very calm atmosphere tomorrow, so they can proceed to have a very peaceful collation with the 82 remaining pink sheets, and then they can declare the results as and when they finish tomorrow. But he's still making his submission that he thinks it should be suspended. The EC is not making any comments yet. The EC generally is quiet, listening to both parties to make their submissions. And the very final power lies with them as to whether to continue, whether to call it a day. That is yet to be determined. But one thing for sure, all this collation can only be done under the supervision of the security. And if the security say they are tired, I foresee the situation where they may want to suggest that they end it and then continue tomorrow. But, well, we are waiting patiently. This still remains live feed from the Tesano Police Training School, where both parties, the NDC and NPP, laying claim to the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency, claiming they've won and that they would want that to be declared in their interest. So it was directed that they leave the eastern region and move to the Greater Accra region to come do the collation here and then declare the results. 3 have been declared. It is left with Nsawam, and the time is past 9 o'clock. We are only waiting patiently. Now, the Honorable Afenyo Makin has come to join the table, and we've seen him sitting right beside the Honorable Frank Anodompre. So he's also listening to what the Honorable Alfred Agbesi-Wurume is saying. The director of CID is still making comments far that her men are tired and that they want to call it a day.
Right.
The majority leader is still waiting to hear what the rest would say. Nana, the situation is that I foresee some tension going to rise very soon because the NDC has made the submission. The NPP has also done same. The EC director is now trying to make a statement as to what that would be. We are waiting to see what the EC director will say.
Very well, very well. I mean, it's important to hear from the EC and what the position of the EC is in all this matter, because with the balance of power, really the authority lies with the EC to take a decision on this. Now we know the NDC wants the exercise postponed till tomorrow. The NPP and its MP, Frank Anodompre, insists that collation continues. We've heard the CID boss, although not officially, but we've heard her suggest that her men, her officers are tired and would need a break, and so a postponement will be in order. And so it's important, it's imperative to hear what the EC says regarding this matter, what the position of the Electoral Commission is regarding this particular matter. As we have already established, initial collation was for 4 constituencies from the eastern region. This will include Fantiakwa North, Suhum, Akwatia, and Nsawam Adajiri. 3 declarations have officially been made by the Electoral Commission, all 3 in favor of parliamentary candidates representing the New Patriotic Party, NPP. And so Fantiakwa North won by the NPP, Akwatia won by the NPP, Suhum also won by the NPP. What is outstanding now is that of the Suhum Aduajuri constituency.
So there you have it again.
Very well.
They are raising voices at each other just on the decision as to whether to continue or whether to end it.
Because their leadership, led by Pemako, agreed on this method. That they should finish the other one. This one to be done tomorrow to de-escalate. He also assured us we were coming to see another Ompre. Now it has turned out that he didn't see another Ompre. Are you understanding me? But our people are all gone, so we can't do it.
So that is Alfred Agbeshiwoyome, and he's indicated that he's actually had a conversation with the majority leader to end the program today, the exercise today, but that was not communicated to Honorable Frank Anodompre, and the agents here say they are not going to accept. They want to start and finish with the 82 pink sheets that are left. Hello, you are a party executive, right? All right, you won't speak. Oh, that's fine. So generally, the confusion still continues. Now, I bet to say that just the decision to either continue or not.
We did it in the constituency. Who caused the commotion? When we went to Koforidia, who caused the commotion? And we are here, you are giving excuses as well. You should know that somebody is trying to find a lousy excuse to run away. We are prepared. Our pinches are ready. If you are ready, we are ready. Please. Allow the easy to speak. 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 What are you afraid of? What are you afraid No, but that's having a pink sheet or not having a pink sheet negate what the original source said. Does it negate it? You were not here when we But you gave a ruling on this. You were not here when we were all these species, they are not ordinary, they are questions. So one species may take us 2 days. 2 days. You will say. If we had started, we would have gotten somewhere. If we had started, we would have gotten somewhere. What are you afraid of? You said, what are you afraid of? What is the NDC afraid of? What is the, what? But are you the only one living in the constituency? Are you the only one living in the constituency? You are giving lousy excuses to run away. What? You and I.
That is one message. 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 So as you are watching, just watch while I get you perfectly. I get you perfectly. Thank you. All right. So basically, the Honorable Anodompre wants to address the press as far as these issues are concerned. I think first of all, this whole back and forth, I think, is coming out of place. It's collated almost all the results. And the Deputy Director has said, in the course of the polling, a number of the parties have said that you don't have to function all the other. The balance of power in terms of the law is on the side of it. And the EC
He has said, once the EC has the pink sheet and the parties do not have the pink sheet, it will not negate the authority of the EC to declare the results. All the outstandings are pink sheet that the EC has, but the NDC are saying they do not have. It is not the responsibility of the EC to produce the carbon copy pink sheets of the parties. It is the party's responsibility to look for those pink sheets. So,
and they are going backwards on their own way. The Deputy Director himself has said, the ones who have the pink sheets go by the pink sheet. And we want to encourage the EC director to do by doing it. Otherwise, we'll never live there. Because you see, I see something happen. People have pink sheet and yet they hold on to it.
People have pink sheet and yet they hold on to it and say, I don't have. Just to prolong the declaration of the result. This is most unfortunate. I have won this election. Why are they dragging the matter? What is this? So the EC, you have to go and speak to the EC. Ask him, what is he saying about his own directive? He had said that once he has the pink sheet and the parties do not have the pink sheet, he will pronounce on the results. So why is he not doing that? Why is the EC deferring the matter to us? What gives him the mandate to pronounce on the results? And as long as he has the pink sheet, ask him this question. Why is the EC going back on his own words? You should be asking me this question.
How many of these polling stations are you?
He should answer that. Let the EC answer that. Ask him why he has said that once he has a pink sheet, he will pronounce the results, and yet he doesn't want to pronounce the results. Why?
That's what we want to understand.
He's there. Please find out from him. He has said that once he can produce the pink sheet, he will use his pink sheet. Let the EC answer that question. You should add it.
There are coalitions. Nothing will change. We understand.
I have won the selection. I cannot call it. I don't have the legal mandate. He has the legal mandate. And he has said that he has the pink sheet. All the 80 pink sheets are pink sheets owned by the EC. And the NDC said they don't have copy. You don't have a copy, so what? Go and look for your copy that was given to you at the police station. That is your responsibility as a political party, not the EC. You should know this.
That's why I
hear a question that of the EC. No.
So generally,
we have to respond. We have to respond. We have to respond. We have to respond. That's been a lot of lives. Let me tell you. The primary source of the declaration is the pink sheets. What they brought here, they brought photocopies. They don't have pink sheets. They brought photocopies. The 82 pink sheets that we are talking of are questionable pink sheets, which the EC themselves agreed and flagged them. And that we have to take time and look at them one after the other, because they are questionable and the EC themselves agree. Because they themselves cannot authenticate those pen sheets. These people have brought fake ones, photocopy ones, and want to voice it on the EC for declaration. We say we will accept. That is why we are calling on the menu that this process must be halted. So that tomorrow we will come back and take our time and look at those pen sheets, one after the other. We are not going to allow this illegality. This is a motion of question. They have not declared. They have not finished. They have not collected. How can they declare? If you have not finished, they have not collected. How can they declare? That modus operandi they are not
It doesn't mean that with the 80 yet to be appraised, we are notifying the ones that have been collected. That's
what those ones we are not notifying them. But we have a problem with the 82, which the EC themselves agree. There are questionable pink sheets, and we have to take our time and look at them one after the other. What they are trying to do is to force their photocopied ones. They don't have pink sheets, it's photocopy. I'm telling you guys, go and check. Check, photocopied. That's what they are brought in there. And they think we are fools. We are not going to accept it.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is Dr. Musa Tambo speaking to the media, reacting to what Honorable Frank just put out, and the fact that he is being frustrated at this moment by everything that is happening. Now, I must put on record that the police say they are capable to still go the long haul with the collation and declaration of sin.
They are not tired. This I must put on record because he came asking why did I report that they look visibly tired. Well, they said they are ready. They have men who can speak for them. Come to replace the men who are currently on the ground, and for these ones who have some rest, but a new set of police officers are on standby to take up the exercise and ensure the police state to its latter conclusion. Generally, this is the situation happening here. The NPP says it is ready to proceed with the coalition of 82 pieces. The NPP says no, they will not continue because they are tired. The electoral commission is just waiting and looking on. Whatever the two parties agree, they would want to proceed with it. It's been quiet throughout all these disturbances, and they don't seem to have any decisive decision to impose on the party. Generally, it's been from one noise to the other, and the situation here, it gets calm, and then suddenly the atmosphere explodes with noise because the party no one will agree on very simple decisions going forward. So generally, the police are here with us. They are providing security. They are ensuring that the coalition goes on this party side, and they are also ready to end the day if the coalition ends at this juncture. So generally, the situation here is quite calm. The noise raising voice are other. This is expected of political parties who are ready to pick up now issues.
Yes, I am still live. So okay, mommy, okay.
We are in our numbers, and then we can actually police this one, even if it will take us 72 hours. Okay. We are not tired. No. You cannot be tired. No. I'm told that you just said that police service.
I say you look visibly tired.
You look visibly tired. It's not true.
I mean, we've not been here since morning.
No, our officers, we keep on changing them, and we have what it takes in terms of security to police this exercise. Okay. So please.
All right.
Yes, I don't want.
This is the first time the CID has.
I actually don't want that impression to be created. As if police we are tired. I have been here and I'm on my feet, and my officers are also on the ground. So please, we will police this one. Even if you take us tomorrow, you'll be here.
Thank you very much.
I want the whole world to know that yes, police we are here to protect the exercise, and we are not tired. So please, visibly tired. That's what. No, please. That
is well noted.
No, please. So please, I want you to know that, and the whole world to know that Ghana Police Service, we are on our feet, and we will ensure that the right thing is done as far as security is concerned.
We want to thank you very much for speaking to us. So you heard from the director of CID, who for the first time has spoken to the media based on the fact that my earlier report suggests that they look visibly tired. They say no. They are ready to go the full length as far as the political parties would be here to collate and declare results. They are here with them to also ensure that security is top-notch, law and order is enforced, and for that matter, the men are ready to ensure security. Now, the confusion still continues at the table where we see the pink sheets being moved from one side to the other. The NDC has a lot of pink sheets right in front of them. The NPP on this side also has a lot of documents right in front of them. The EC is also at the far end. Now we are only waiting for the final decision by the Electoral Commission officer, and then we can say this is the direction they want to go. But the EC is not coming with the directive for the forward march of this coalition. So generally, they are just waiting to know how to proceed on this whole matter. It has become a situation where both parties, they can delay on one single issue for an hour or two, waiting because they think that they want to. EC, everybody is waiting for you.
Excuse me.
Are
you reporting?
I'm reporting. We are live on TV.
You get up.
No, we are waiting for him on the way forward. But I should speak to him. Why? Well, so the EC is turning on the projector and the computer. So that signals that they are going to, that really signals that they want to proceed with the collation.
There is going to be a whole lot of conflict after that. The woman is attempting to move towards the computer, but it's now returned. Mr. got the computer. It's also coming on top of his voice, indicating the hearing of everyone that the process is not complete.
You are nobody. You are not here. You are nobody.
I'm nobody. Please. You are somebody. You are connected. I'm the boss. You are nobody. What is going to do? What is on the fight? Is it we or versus themselves? Or this or versus us? I didn't have that information. If you see me here, I was the one trying to do this. See how much I was talking to. So, you know, there are people that agree with themselves. There are people that agree. Now, it is not Gamita Sayue. The one that you have brought over there, if I were here in the beginning, which have not been authenticated, I wouldn't have allowed anything to go. But what? Because they are telling me that they have not, they don't be authenticated. What is happening? Because if you don't have,
They have authenticated. You see, they have authenticated.
They have authenticated.
Yes. Your people have signed. Which you go and see. Don't let them. They are lying.
Everybody can bring anything. Hey, long years of going to court. New way, so I will not sit here for that. Hey, let's go away. We are not
You are treating him with kid gloves. Who is he? Who doesn't know what you mean? Who is he? Does he detect the place here?
We are begging you. Please, it's because of you that we are making our way.
Let me oh.
Because of the camera, you come to just call out the
You agree with that? Who won the war? You take your order. Who has invited you here? Who has invited you here? You don't do anything. You don't do anything. Who has invited No, but you people are not helping the cause. You people, you are not helping the cause. There's no locals in this business. We are regional officers. We are regional officers. Ask him what is his locals in this business. We are regional officers of the party. We are the leaders of the people. Yes. What is that for the people? We are the leaders. We are not begging about our investment. You can't direct how they use to collect. the issue, they and all of them understood that. Vandalism, and all agreed. No, I was there. So you are going to do the same thing here. You are going to do the same thing here. You are here to do the same thing. It won't happen. And the rule of the one in an hour. One is good. They all agree that it is not. Have you agreed on that? Okay. Now, they have told me. I called them. They have told me. What do I say here? What do I say here?
I don't know how to soup. No.
And then they flag.
The confusion seemed to be going down. This particular visuals you see in your shot is the majority leader, the EC Deputy Director, Alfred Agbesiwoyome, and other parties to this whole election, as well as the police. And some want to make progress, while others are also asking that the process come to a halt. Now, so for the past 1 hour, the conversation has been on whether to continue or to end. And that disagreement has prolonged to the point where they are at this place basically waiting to know if they would continue. Now, the conversation I overheard them say is that people from the Ashanti region would be coming down to this same collation center, and other regions that are having unresolved issues would also come to this same collation center to hold their declaration. And Alfred Agbesiwoyume just spoke to the police TV camera directly, saying that a message should be directed to the IGP, Dr. Ekufo Dampari, that they will not agree as a party for other collations from other regions, collations that were already done, to be brought to this center to be redone, that they will not be happy with, and the fact that they as a party will never. So the man is also telling him so we see Dr. Computer, the EC Deputy Director, having a conversation on the way forward. The police have been able to adopt a very cordial means of calming the situation, trying their very best to draw anyone who is agitated to either sit or they isolate the person, and to ensure that there is calm. Now, Obi Amwa is having a confrontation with Alfred Woyume on the way forward. But, well, these are twins. I put it that the NDC and NPP, they know what they are about. They finish this and they go back to sit and they have a chatty conversation. You see them so heated on TV, but behind the scene, they sit, talk, laugh, and drink tea. And so most of the time when you see them debating and arguing in this manner, it only sends a wrong signal to their supporters out there. But the truth remains that they are twins, they are friends. They only disagree to agree on issues. They do not at any point in time get violence. So sometimes when their supporters are out there taking the law into their own hands to perpetuate violence, the leaders see them and they only sometimes get amazed at the level of confusion they create to even their supporters out there. Now, at this moment, the confusion is between Obi Amwa and Alfred Woyume. Now we see majority leader isolating the deputy EC director to a different place to have a conversation with him. The way forward is still not clear. The EC turned on the computer and the projector to start, but that was fiercely resisted by the NDC, and so they've turned it off now. The EC has invited Frank Anodompre to meet with Afenyo Maken for them to have a conversation on what they should do going forward. And that is the conversation happening between the three personalities. And at every given point in time, the police moving quickly to ensure that they enforce law and order. Alfred Boyome has been a bit rowdy at the center and trying to confront almost everyone at the center who holds a different view to what he has to say. Now, we've been here for more than an hour. The EC cannot continue, but we are all still here because one party says they are ready to continue. Now, the discussion is still ongoing between the majority leader, Frank Anodompre, the incumbent MP for Nsawa Medrejiri, and the Deputy Director of the Electoral Commission for the Eastern Region on the way forward. And Honorable, are we going to continue from the look of things?
We should. We should continue.
Okay.
Yes, we should.
All right. So the Honorable Anodompre says we should continue with the collation. They are waiting for the Electoral Commission to begin the process of the collation of the 82 pink sheets that are left. And so at this moment, Musa Tanko Computer has also been invited to now go have a conversation with majority leader. At this moment, he is more of the unifier, bringing some leadership skills to bear to ensure that the parties having the confrontation would come to that consensus to ensure that they find themselves on the same page and then they can progress from here. Now, the EC is trying to convince Musa Tanko Computer to agree to the compensation, but Ibrahim Tanko Computer is disagreeing. Obiamwa is also present, and they are trying hard to come to that consensus as to whether to continue the exercise or not. So generally, we are here with them, still on your election bureau, and we are seeing live visuals from the police training depot at Tesano, and Rashid Tanko Computer. Yes, sorry for Musa Tanko. I've used Musa all this while. Forgive me. He's Rashid Tanko Computer, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, and he's having that conversation with Obiamwa and the EC director on the way forward on how to proceed. We would find out from him if he's agreed to continue, because the NPP says they are not living here until the coalition is done and declaration of same is communicated to the general public for them to understand that indeed they want to continue and end today. When they finish with that conversation or that meeting, we would engage with Rashid Tanko Computer to appreciate his stance on this whole issue. At this juncture, they are surrounded by the police, and until you are invited into their midst, you are not allowed to go beyond certain meters. So generally, it's been a very long day. They came here as early as 6 a.m. with the intention to collate and declare results for 4 constituencies: the Fantiakwa North constituency, Suhum constituency, Akwetia constituency, and the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency. Per the information we are gathering, other constituencies that have unresolved issues would all be brought here to go through the same process. Meanwhile, the NDC's position is that some of the constituencies that have already been declared and the EC directed that those ones be recollated and redeclared, they would raise objection to that, and they will make sure that that does not happen in any way. Per the LI that they are, the CI that they are all working with, CI 127, the regulations are clear on the election, and that even if a party is not available, is not willing to even take part, still the EC's process can continue with or without them. So generally, it will be a loss for a party not to show up at the coalition center to witness whatever would happen here when a particular constituency result is brought here for the necessary collation and declaration. They are trying as much as possible to ensure that the process is free, fair, and transparent. And that is what we see happen before the cameras. Now, the Electoral Commission Deputy Director is saying that they have pink sheets. The NDC doesn't have pink sheets, and yet they are wasting everybody's time. Obiamwa also just re-emphasized or re-echoed the same voice of the Electoral Commission Deputy Director, saying that the NDC cannot continue to frustrate the process. They want to finish quickly and leave this place. Now, the chairman for the Nsawam constituency for the opposition NDC has joined the conversation to know the way forward. And the conversation is still ongoing between or among the parties to come to a consensus, and that is yet to be communicated to us. We are waiting patiently to bring our listeners and viewers the updates from the meeting as to what the final decision would be. But one thing we know for sure is that 3 constituencies came through this same process. They finished and left this coalition ground. It is left with the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency, which we are hoping we find the way forward so we can all know our left from right. Because at this juncture, it's been consultation upon consultation. It's been attempts to convince or compromise or otherwise. Now, the NPP holds the view that even if they agree to NDC's decision to have this exercise postponed to tomorrow, NDC may come back tomorrow with another excuse to restart the entire coalition, which would further delay the entire process. So as long as they are here, they would prefer that they continue and finish so they clear the Nsawam constituency. Then everyone can be free in their mind to go about their usual business. So we are still with them on your election bureau. on Channel 1 TV and on City 97.3 FM. It's been the same back and forth with the collation of results for some constituencies at the Tesano Police Training Depot here in Accra, where a number of constituencies were brought in here for the collation to be done and results declared. So generally, we've realized that the EC Deputy Director has left that meeting. He's currently on phone trying to have a conversation, probably to speak with some superiors on the way forward. Then we see Musa Tanko, I say Musa again, Rashid Tanko Computer. I mean, Rashid Tanko Computer is standing, waiting to know the way forward. The NDC has one position that they want to postpone the exercise. The NPP has another position saying the exercise should continue. The EC is in a fist. They don't know where to turn to because the two parties are tossing them together.
No, we have agreed. We want to continue tomorrow.
What's the agreement?
The agreement is to continue tomorrow 6 a.m. Okay. We'll come tomorrow morning fresh, and then so that we can have a seamless process. We agree with our opponent and then the EC, so that we can go back and organize ourselves and come back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
But you also made some announcement that you're not going to take the announcement of that 3 other constituencies are illegal according to you.
Yes, we stand by it. That's our position. Very clear. Because if a returning officer declared somebody a winner, on what basis will the deputy returning also come and declare another person winner? It doesn't make sense. You can't have 2 declarations. The
so
one
these constituencies.
No. It's just a nullity. We are not going to accept anything coming from there. It's a nullity completely.
The EC just mentioned to you that you do not have some pink sheets and you are just deliberately delaying the process. What is your reaction?
No, we have. We showed them. We have pink sheets. We have our pink sheets. Okay. Interestingly now, our opponents, rather holding photocopies.
No, but if you talk about pink sheets, I think Zita made me aware that you don't have some.
No, we have.
She told me in the morning.
Yes. Because of the issues that happen in some of the polling stations. Mm-hmm. But we are saying that DS are having problems. They have photocopies. They are using photocopies. Yes, so you cannot rely on those ones. How can you rely on photocopies? We have originals, the carbon copies given to us. And so, but you see, we have about 82 of them as issues. So we want to deal with that one tomorrow morning.
Talk about someone who is a stronghold of the NPP, and the incumbent is confident that it's going to, retain the seat.
No, you see, this year election showed us something.
Yeah,
that it is the way we used to have constituencies thinking that these are stronghold of a party and all that. This year elections looks different. Where we were thinking NPP were very strong, we flipped it. A lot of them. And so you can't just tell because that place is a stronghold of NPP, that means he's going to win. Anything could happen. We saw it happening. A lot of the constituencies, we flipped it. Esikado, you look at Shama, okay, these are all areas which were known to be NPP strong. With Greater Accra, a lot of the strong areas of NPP, we flipped them. Who thought Oslo would have fallen? So this one could be the same thing.
So Mr. Tanko, with the emotions that were flaring up and all that, were you really comfortable with these emotions? It was needless. You could have prevented all these emotions.
Yeah, that's why we say that sometimes we need to prevent certain illegalities. And we thought that there was illegality being perpetrated around. And we thought that that was the best. That's why we're shouting. And we saw that they were being announced under duress. This one was purely under duress because the security were supporting this illegality. That is our problem. Yes.
Well, so Rashid Tanko Computer has indicated that they just had a gentleman agreement. Now the EC is giving them its own instruction, saying that when they come tomorrow, when it is 6 a.m. tomorrow and they get here, any party that is not available will not stop them from continuing with their collation and declaration of results. Now, when each party, the NPP and NDC, does not have their pink sheet, they would proceed to use the EC's pink sheet to do the collation for that matter.
That is it. If we don't have, clearly we will defer and look at yours and see whether it's authentic or it's not authentic. Are you getting what I'm saying? We are looking at the authenticity of what you have. It's not just because you have a pink sheet, we must just go by it. You agree? Of course, yes. We will have to cross-check it. That's why we say give us 6 a.m. We will cross-check when we are satisfied with it.
So if it's 6 o'clock and we are not here, we will do our work.
We will come.
We will do our work. We will come. Yes.
Yes, so...
We will come in now. We will trash
yeah, that's it. They will deal with it and we see. We are very much sure that we are going to win this.
But we want to finish before those who are coming start their work.
No problem.
Yes. We want to finish
6
before.
a.m. will be here.
Yes.
Please repeat that for the... What is the final conclusion, sir?
The final conclusion is that we are starting 6 a.m. Whether the parties are here or they are not here, we will start our work. 6 a.m. On the pin sheet. If we have our pin sheet and the parties don't have it, we will use our pin sheet.
We emphasize that for us.
We will authenticate it. Even if we have original copies.
We have original copies. We can't bring fake copies here.
Not in the authenticate. We will authenticate.
Yeah, so the one who is alleging must prove. Yes. The one alleging is the one who is supposed to prove.
You don't have that right, that old right, so we're going to use it. We have to authenticate it.
Oh,
so you wait. Yeah, we will be here. Their chairman is saying that he's there, and so we will see it.
The pink sheet or not, once he has the pink sheet, that will be the final document for declaration. We don't want any situation we come tomorrow and then they start going back and forth.
After a very long day, finally a decision has been made, which decision says that the recollation of results, parliamentary results for the Suhum Aduajiri constituency has been postponed to 6 a.m. on December 13, 2024, which happens to be a Friday. The parties earlier disagreed on whether or not to continue with the recollation throughout the night or to postpone it. The NPP and, of course, its MP, Frank Anodompre, insisted that, well, they are armed with their pin sheets and were ready to continue with the collation. The NDC, on the other hand, insisted that, well, they were not in a position to continue with the collation and had moved for a postponement of the exercise. Finally, a gentleman's agreement has been made or has been reached, and so the decision has been taken that the exercise be postponed, rescheduled to Friday, December 13, 2024, 6 a.m. Now, the EC also did announce some guidelines or some rules to govern the recollation exercise. Let's take you back or let's speak to my colleague, Fred Duho, who is at the National Police Training School in Tesano, here in Accra. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Fred. So now that the decision is made, how far has the process traveled?
Well, so the same decision is being communicated currently to the party supporters, the agents, and other stakeholders involved in this particular election result collation. So the concluding part that everyone is supposed to take home is that 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, the collation of the some Edward's constituency results would begin with or without the presence of the political party agents. The EC would continue without waiting for them at exactly 6 a.m. Then again, if the EC comes, it is supposed to rely on each district. When the other parties do not have it, the EC district is what all parties will rely on to, make progress. In this case, the NDC raised concern that, well, they do agree, but they would have to authenticate if indeed those issues from the electoral commission are the original things. If they are not, they raise concerns with it. But if it is genuine and it is original, they would have no issue progressing with the declaration or collation of results using the ECC. So generally, the place is quite calm, and individuals are just having their own conversation. And I believe at this moment, the police will just drive everyone out, and then that will be the end of today's exercise.
Right, just for clarity, this recollation that will continue tomorrow will be on 82 pink sheets, is it?
No, come again with the question.
I'm asking that what is left now is the collation of what? Some 82 pink sheets for the Suhum Adreji constituency?
Exactly the case, Nana. So tomorrow when they come at 6 o'clock, their concentration will only be on the 82 sheets that are left for them to finish with the Suhum constituency. And so that will be the focus. And those 82 sheets were read, like the parties raised red flag with them because they feel there are errors on them. And so when they come, they would have to take each species one after the other to ensure that they clear and they are free in their mind, they are consistent in thought, they have that consensus that this.
Hello, Fred. We seem to have lost the communication with Fred Duho there, but Fred has been speaking to us from the National Police Training School at Tesano in Accra, where the Ghana Police Service, together with the Electoral Commission, had designated an area for the recollation of parliamentary results for constituencies that have come under contention. Today in Accra, 4 constituencies were brought to this collation center from the Eastern region. These 4 constituencies being the Akwetia constituency, the Suhum constituency, Fantiakwa North constituency, and the Nsawam Adwajiri constituency. 3 out of the 4, Fantiakwa North, Akwetia, and Suhum, have been declared in favor of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. There is an outstanding one, the Nsawam Adwajiri constituency, and throughout the day, recollation has been going on. Somewhere past 9 p.m., there was a little bit of confusion regarding whether or not the exercise should continue or be postponed. The NPP, of course, with its parliamentary candidate, the sitting member of Parliament for Nsawam Adwajiri, Frank Anodompre, had insisted earlier that the exercise continues because they believe that they have all the pink sheets covering the various polling stations within the constituency, and so we're armed and prepared, ready and willing to continue with the exercise to its logical conclusion. The NDC, however, insisted that, well, time was far spent and could not continue. Now a consensus has been reached, an agreement has finally been made for the exercise to be postponed. Fred Duho is joining us back on the telephone to give us more. Let's go to the training school, the police training school at Tesano, to hear from the various actors therein.
That they will not agree to what they think is probably a concocted or a forged pink sheet if it is not the original pink sheet tendered in by the Electoral Commission. They've all promised to get here as early as 6 a.m. to start the process on the 82 outstanding pink sheets for the Nsawam Adwajiri constituency. And so generally, all parties have agreed to end, but I still see the Honorable Domprey still with his party agents having a bit of confrontation with the director of the Electoral Commission, the deputy director of the Electoral Commission, on some issues. Generally, the NDC, because the EC and the NPP agreed to have the exercise postponed, they believe that they are free in their mind now to come tomorrow. So for them, they are okay to go home. But we still see the party over there trying to engage with the Electoral Commission as to what the way forward is, when that had already been decided on. So generally we are waiting to know what the EC would tell the NPP to finally convince them that or give them their firm assurance that tomorrow's process would continue at 6 a.m. and certainly the 82 remaining pink sheets will be dealt with tomorrow when they come. And that will be on case-by-case basis. When they take any one of the pink sheets, they will then proceed to if the errors are something they can consider or compromise on. If the errors are not going to affect the figures, I believe, and the pink sheets are consistent with what the parties have, that is something they would all want to go with to ensure that they have a smooth collation tomorrow. So even though they've reached that consensus to call it a day, the place is still such that the police CID is having an engagement with the Deputy Director of EC for the Eastern Region, and generally the conversation is still going on. A number of them are still here waiting patiently for the police to drive everyone out and then lock the collation center. But it is tomorrow, 6 a.m. The EC would wait for no one to begin the collation process. Nana, can you hear me?
Now, so have the various parties begun leaving the center? Hello, Fred. Well, Fred Duo is still at the National Police Training School here at Tesano in Accra, bringing us live pictures regarding the recollation of parliamentary results for some 4 parliamentary seats in the Eastern region. 3 done already, 4th one under contention, and finally an agreement has been reached that the exercise be postponed until 6 a.m. on Friday, December 13, 2024. This was not without some level of confusion regarding whether or not the exercise should continue or otherwise, and finally that agreement was made. The EC has also laid down some ground rules regarding the exercise from the morning of Friday, December 13. One, the EC insists that by 6 a.m., with or without the political parties, it will go ahead to recollate the figures and make a declaration. 2, the EC is also saying that whether or not the political parties have their pink sheets, it will fall on its own pink sheets to make to do the recollation and of course make a declaration out of same. The outstanding number of pink sheets coming from the polling stations within the Suhum Adwajiri constituency are 82. Already collation has been done for a good number of the pink sheets, and it's left with 82 now to go. And so from 6 a.m., the EC will begin work on these 82 pink sheets. Let's speak to Channel 1 News' Fred Duho, who is currently at the collation center, bringing us those live pictures. Fred, if the decision has been made that the exercise be rescheduled to tomorrow 6 a.m., what could what appears to be sort of a confrontation be about?
Nana, if you can hear me, the decision was made some few minutes ago for them to suspend the exercise till tomorrow morning. But as we speak, the parties are still in the collation center and they are waiting. Now we see Frank Anodon still raise concerns about the fact that he was here at exactly 5 a.m. and that why should the exercise be called off or postponed. And so at this moment, they are trying to impress upon the EC to start the collation and then get the exercise done. So at this moment, despite the agreement reached earlier, the NPP says they are not going to leave here. They want to have the collation done, the declaration made before they leave this room. So generally, one would have expected that after the agreement, the police will drive everyone out, but that is not the case. They are waiting patiently to get the exercise done before they leave this collation center. We are trying So the Honorable Frank Anodon is saying that he's going to sleep here with the EC director and that no one is going to leave here until the collation is done and declaration is made. The fact that they earlier had the agreement with the parties, the police, the EC, the NDC and the NPP, now it is turning out that they want to have the collation done at all costs and declaration is made before they leave this collation center. But what we see again is that most of the NPP agents have left the collation center. And so if anything would happen, I see Alfred Agbesu coming close, but Rashid Computer is not around. I see the Honorable Afenyo still present. I see the police officers here. Frank Anodon says they are not leaving until it is collated and everything declared. And that is what he's been saying to the EC Deputy Director, that they are not going to leave here. And I want to see if we can get him to speak to us on why now making a U-turn to proceed to compel the EC to go against the very agreement they've all done.
No, I will not. If I have not won, declare more. Declare more. We have our pink sheet here. So if I have not won, declare for the NDC. But I know I have won. You have looked at the figures, I've won. Be confident and do the needful. Have you stood for election before? Maybe you should find a constituency and contest.
How does it feel like?
And you know how it feels.
How does it feel
You
like?
can never appreciate until you contest yourself.
So tell us, how does it feel like?
I won't tell you anything.
We want to learn from your experience.
No, they should do it. Every time they've been declared around 2 a.m., he will confirm. I'll even be sleeping, they'll call me on Abuyewi or Brady declare. It's just 25 minutes past 11.
We have about 2 hours. He has even said that he can use 1 hour to declare.
You just had a gentleman agreement with your other parties.
I'm a human being. For Mike.
So the Honorable Frank Anodomfre says he's not living here. He's not moving an inch until the rest of the 82 pink sheets are collated and declared before he leaves here. It is either declared in his favor or against him. Either way, he's open for it, but he's not going to leave this collation room until it is declared. Now, they've been able to get the EC Deputy Director to sit. The police are protecting him, and now the way forward is what we are hoping to hear from the Electoral Commission. The engagement now is between the police, the EC, and the incumbent MP, Frank Anodomfre. Now, they are trying as much as possible to avoid we bringing the microphone close to them when they are having some conversations they feel is private. But it all boils down to the fact that Anodomfre wants the collation to be done with the rest of the 82 pink sheets and declaration made. And then again, the NDC, they listened to the agreement they had, and so most of them have walked out of the collation center. Anodomfre indicates that elections can go deep into the night, and so generally the time currently, the night is still young for them to say they've ended collation. So we've seen the EC is now having a meeting with the Deputy Director, is having a meeting with the returning officers from the Nsawam constituency, when we are hoping that they are going to have that engagement and then either to proceed or to end it. Anodomfre still insists that 4 constituencies came to this collation hall for collation, but he sees no reason why 3 will finish collating their results. The constituencies declared the MPs elect, and for his to be postponed to the next day, he's not going to agree to that. Now the EC is in total, is just not, is just wondering on how to proceed after convincing or agreeing with the NDC that tomorrow morning. Now there are some NDC agents also hanging around, and they echo the same agreement to the EC that you said we are going to do this tomorrow morning. Why would you come back to come and take your seat with the intention to start?
Hello, Fred. Right. So, Fred, hold on for us. We want to take viewers outside to gauge the mood outside of that collation center there. My colleague Fauzu Masawudu is out there, and he's joining us now to bring us pictures of what it looks like outside. Fauzu, thank you so much. Give us an idea of the situation there. Are supporters still massed up out there? How much of a perimeter have they been able to cover within the police academy?
To note that the brouhaha regarding the recollation of the results of some 4 constituencies in the eastern region, that's Akwetia, Nsawam, Adwedri, Fantiakwa, and Suhum, is not only happening in the inner perimeter of the police training school here in Tesano in the Greater Accra region. But outside the premises are members of some of the parliamentary supporters of some parliamentary candidates who have amassed here at the end, the main entrance of the police training academy. We know that earlier, some days ago, actually, the Electoral Commission released a statement, a directive actually, asking or urging political parties to withdraw their supporters from going to any of the collation centers. But it looks like that has fallen under the fears of some party supporters who have amassed here at the main entrance of the police training school. We want to get closer and engage with some of them. Please, can I speak to any of you? You don't want to? Obiankasa. You say you enjoy my drink. Adekuntia. There be a person you enjoy my drink. Say Eastern Region for result. And ye quality one. You say Yanti say move for Eastern Region. And Mabaha say
ye for Eastern Region for some Aduji Zungu. Constituency ne one.
Titambe na Mabaha say.
Fitaropaneba.
Fitana pa Martina Hassan.
Yet after no pa.
Just to confirm, who say Ebimushe NDC branded outfit, but maybe some confirm some we NDC supporters.
Yeah, NDC supporters. Anyone.
And at the end of the month, because yes, Electoral Commission, for instance, I can say my party supporter be any baby collation air cosubia. Instead, then I'm modify side directive now.
Yeah, when you say Kasa. But the occasion are defined and penny for no inside, the banner will get it. Any at her. And see, I share the Bekoso. Nas your penny for the own buy and penny for the buy. Into money NDC for penny for the Nancy buy, and yeah, penny buy, say, by supporters can buy any penny for the number. And so, any penny for the number more inside and they are outside. Asa. At
the end, I'm inside at the end of the day, at the end, Mubesa Muachivi at the end of the day. With being here,
Nukrana won't pay the person. Asa,
then because Siciano in some for instance, most of some they are much say men on mobile start Maswatiano.
The woman, we are seeing a and Yaminum number, and we are seeing him the echo, and so many credit daddy. Now, Obia and that because I say out your Owen Sam will be no other. Almost train and Tasunjo don't want to be that. I said, apparently.
But you say,
Within the Mohammed Swala. If he's a woman, the Jews don't go.
Also,
maybe no one buy and penny for no, and then no one buy because
only any mudia.
Penny for no money and didn't come be ya in near cost to be in near cost because him say you winning tin buy because Usha vote no vote to and yen you to know yen any my buy 2 year and sending him say to my NDC ye to my salon we winning and on person Danny at the end of the mobi because on my side in last 4 years some here in the same team but this year dear we are not going to allow that because any abrepa yen penny because no don't pray not to know what higher we di esika bebre achepa o se say esika no de amam nkofo kakra bi no
we na need say munti
onya nkofo mutumano ba ya ye to abama NDC ni ye doso because dodo na ye to abano ye to Marcelom ansana figure na e ba na obi ehun figure o nam social media obi ehun figure but ono no person be gia to me say wadin kuku ono akasa ni kuro mukura no mutu abatia no nti na infa no bedi nti no hwe ye no nja na oye no because yen sound me no in sound yen pen we don't need him anymore nti no nja aba ni mman na akwala no so mbedi kakra
nti sisi ano
nyame aduma ya wa ye mu akom da omeka se ye di ade no because enya de betwa say ka se omu ani say ya ka se nim say ye di ono ankasa nso onim pa ba on peso beje mu into no hwe ne oye no hwe ye
party support the Seroba Police Center no man na NPP no community need detention eba atmosphere and it's not also good for the process. will not entire thing. Now, if I would have made the
no bia ni ntokwa bia ye ni obia ni bibia e baba ye wa se ye mpanyifo ni nti na ba ase enye ntokwa nti
much. We are not here to put violence or whatnot. We are here just to show some form of solidarity and support to the applicant candidate. Might see a number of them wearing NPP numbers there, and I ask them to be talk sure, even if they are members of the, the national of the engagement them through that they are NPP supporters, and that they actually accompanied some or executives or some persons within the party, rank and file to this place. Ask them if they are indeed aware that there's been a communication of the fullness of the coalition from Suhum for tomorrow at 6 a.m. But we seek them to be here tomorrow as early as 6 a.m. to show this same level of support and solidarity. They will not hesitate to do so. And so that's the situation is the outer perimeter of the police training school here in Chesano, where the coalition or some selected constituencies in the eastern region have been going on since morning.
Well, Fauzi, we see the barricades, all right, but what we're not seeing are police officers. Are they in your sight? Do you have police officers in your sight? And what numbers can you report of?
There's a number of police presence here. I can count.
I try for them to be present at the main entrance. The camera can just turn around to have a view of the police at post. I mean, you know that this place
is a police training school, so this is actually the security detail on a regular here. So if the camera could just go, I can count at least 5 of them currently. And if you go inside, even before you get to the main building where recollation has been ongoing, you could also see a number of them, positioned over there before you get to the entrance of where recollation is or has been going. So this is the security detail also here at the police training school. I would want to engage. Please, we would want to talk more. Yes. Nana, I would want to engage one more person. Your name?
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, your full name?
Yeah, Fuseni.
Ibrahim Fuseni. Okay, Ibrahim, you are also from where exactly? Suhum. Okay, and you are here to support your parliamentary?
Here to support my parliamentary candidate.
So, did you come on your own or you?
We came together with our members, NPP, NDC members. Yeah.
What was the communication? Because earlier I was asking your colleagues that there's been a directive from the Electoral Commission that party supporters should not, be seen at the coalition center for obvious reasons. What was the communication that went into, you coming here?
Yeah, okay. There wasn't any communication though, but as you were told earlier on, we are here to make sure peace and everything is being intact over here, and that's why we are here. Yeah, that's why we are here.
Okay. I mean, let me understand.
And they allege that they allege a scheme in favor of the incumbent candidates and others. How do you draw this conclusion? The Electoral Commission has made an official declaration.
Made an official declaration.
You won't understand. We've won the election and we have everything intact. And he is in there bringing fake documents inside there.
How do you
won the election? So we are having almost 100% correct copies of our pink sheet and all that. So we have 100% evidence that we've won the election. So we are here to protect our seat and protect our MP elect to be Honorable Suhum. That's why we are here.
The Electoral Commission has rescheduled recalling.
No, as we've been told here, there's some recounting going in there. So that's what we are waiting for our leaders to come out to tell us the next thing to do or what's going on in there. Yeah.
So, I mean, what is that evidence that you are submitting? What that document? Because NDC, for instance, there's been issue with the submission of your pink sheet and all of that. So,
Fauzu.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying now is we are waiting for the final collation to come out, and we are hoping we have the 100% assurance that we are even on 100% comfortable lead. So we are hoping and praying everyone, like you were told earlier on, everyone here is aware that we've won the election. So that's why we are all brought here to, that's why we all came here to.
Making the progressively present at this policy center that, for instance, the electoral commission had said that some of the results that were declared in favor of certain candidates were done under DS. And so the fear is that if you have a lot of you, joining the places, coming in here, your numbers, there's going to be some form of tension which will escalate into chaos. Like, what is the assurance that those of you here are going to, really support yourself, even if the results will not go in your favor? And even if everything goes as like that, you are not going to see any. That's an assurance you are given. On live television, channel 1, the whole Ghana is watching. There's an assurance that you supporters are going to be. Everything is looking. Yeah, that's why we are here. We are not here for violence. We are here for. But those two things,
Fauzu.
There's been issues about, don't you think that your party executives have also done this? And for you to look, impact of not done due diligence, everything is done. To our and this is the one that we started this election. But no, we are not here for violence. We are here for and to start out. Yeah, that's why we are here. And we have to have it around that.
All right, Fauzu, kindly stay put for me. I'll be coming back to you shortly. I want to take viewers inside the Collation Center and speak to Fred Duo. Fred, thank you so much. Is there any update for us? Hello, Fred. Hi, Fred. Right, so what's the latest since we left you and took viewers outside? What's the latest now?
After that gentleman agreement between the parties, it turned out that the incumbent MP says he won't leave the Collation Center until the rest of the 82 pinches are collated and declared by the Electoral Commission. And the case he's been making is that this is not the first time the EC would endure the night to even declare election results at 2 a.m. And so he feels there is that energy, there should be that enthusiasm from all the parties, especially from the Electoral Commission, to proceed to do the rest of the collation and declare the results before he leaves here. He says he's not going to move an inch until the results are collated, declared before he leaves this collation center. He sees no reason why he came here with other 3 constituency collation issues, only for those 3 to be attended to, and he is still here and he's been asked to come back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Even though he was part of that earlier meeting with the majority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Makin, to agree for the Electoral Commission to start the process at 6 a.m. Tomorrow. If I am not mistaken, I think we are almost in Friday. I'm not taking my time though, but generally he said he's not going to leave here. He will make sure the results are collated before he makes his way out of this place.
Very well. Now, in all this, has the EC stated its position in this matter?
Nana, if you can up your voice a bit.
Yes, I'm asking that in all this, has the Electoral Commission, I think it's the Deputy EC officer for the Eastern region, who is currently there overseeing the recollation exercise, have they been able to state their position regarding this matter?
Have they been able to
state the position of the Electoral Commission in all this?
Well, the Electoral Commission was involved in that meeting. They had that meeting with the majority leader, Afenyo Makin, and the EC also made it known that, and this meeting I'm talking about happened between the NDC, the NPP, the police, and the Electoral Commission. And the agreement was that they would pause and then come back tomorrow morning to continue with the collation of the 82 polling center results. But in actual fact, after that agreement, the NDC thought, okay, it was all okay for them to leave this place. So some of them started leaving the collation center, only for the Honorable Anodompre to come back to the Electoral Commission to say that he's not going to leave here until the rest of the 82 polling center results are collated and declared, because he feels that he's been through election, he's invested his time, energy, and resources in elections, so he knows how it feels. In previous elections, the EC even calls him at 2 a.m. to come to the collation center for him to be declared the winner in previous elections. So he sees no reason why it is just some few minutes past 11 or 12 a.m. and the EC claims they are tied. So he's going to be here until the Electoral Commission collates the rest of the results and declare all of them. It will not be okay to show some of the people sleeping already, but I can say that what I observe or what I see some of the people sleeping. At this juncture, I want my camera to turn to show you the Deputy Director of the Electoral Commission for the Eastern region, who has also just gone to join the people who are sleeping at this moment at the collation center. He just placed his head on the table to join the sleeping party. So generally, a number of people are tired and they wish they can generally end today's exercise and return to continue tomorrow morning. But since the Honorable Frank Anodompre says he's not leaving, or he's not going to leave the collation center until the collation is done, then there is the need for all of them to stay here. So they are all here. They are not moving an inch. A number of people, like I mentioned, that is the EC Deputy Director you've just seen for the Eastern region, who has just gone to also place his head on the table to sleep. So it is generally, it's been a very long day here at the Coalition Center at the National Police Training Depot at Tesano. Nana.
Well, indeed, it has been a long day, and kudos to you for the yeoman's work you've been doing so far. Earlier, there were the likes of Obi Amwa, Rashid Tanko, computer doctor. Are these individuals still present at the center?
I see Alfred Agbeshiwoyume present. I see Frank Anodompre present. I see Majority Leader Afenyo Makin present. Some constituency executives on both parties, the NDC and NPP, they are present, and the police officers are present. The director of CID is present. She's here, with her men, as she indicated on live TV that they are not, tired. Indeed, she's here with her men, ensuring that all of them police the process until the EC continues and finishes its work. They are also not going to, give up on this exercise they have sworn to do for Mother Ghana. So we are all generally here. Some media personnel are also present. Colleagues are also around. And generally, this is the Coalition Center that we bring you live coverage from at this moment.
Very well, Fred. Just stay put. I'll be coming back to you. Let me take viewers outside and have a feel of what's happening there. My colleague Fauzu Masawudu is stationed outside but still within, of course, the National Police Training School at Tesano in Accra. Fauzu, right, back at you and help us. Just generally paint the picture for us. What are the numbers looking like regarding the supporters that have amassed at the Police Training Academy to throw their support or their weight behind their various leaders regarding the recollation of parliamentary results?
Nana, it's quite a number here, and you know that because I think the activities inside is through and done, and a number of them are also trickling outside here. And earlier when I spoke to them, they mentioned that they really didn't come here on their own accord, but they came in the company of some of their leadership, as in the party executives in the Nsawoma Duaju constituency. I would want to engage one of them here to really pick his thoughts. Good evening, sir. You are live on Channel 1 TV, your election bureau. Please, your name?
I'm Felix.
Felix, your full name?
Felix Bekoe.
Are you one of the executives, the NDC executive?
I'm the constituency organizer for it.
Constituency organizer. Felix, I want to understand, when I spoke to some of your supporters earlier, they mentioned that they didn't really come here on their own accord. They came, in the company of some of your executives. Why? I mean, there's been a directive by the Electoral Commission that political parties should withdraw their supporters from the various coalition centers. In fact, they do not subscribe to the idea of having your, supporters at close to anywhere coalition is ongoing. Why did you bring your supporters here?
I don't think the EC saying we shouldn't bring our supporters closer to a coalition center is in the right direction. And as you can see, look at the distance, the CID training college, and then look at where they are. So we brought them to come and then cheer us up. So that's why they are here. And they have done just that. They were here since morning. And let me tell you, it's not only NDC supporters that were here when I came. NPP supporters too were here.
But those we are seeing here are NDC members.
They are the loyal people. They are the loyal people, and they are ready for the change that has come to Nsawoma Duaju.
I mean, Fred, there's been issues about, generally about the submission of your pink sheet as in the NDC and all of that. Your members are saying that they have won this. They believe that your parliamentary candidate has won this election. And I was telling them that the candidate can only be a winner if he is declared by the Electoral Commission. Don't you think it raises a question about due diligence on the part of the executives, the NDC executives in your constituency, which you are part?
I don't think so.
What could be?
With the issues of pink sheets, they are all the falsehood being peddled by the NPP. If you don't have the pink sheet, how would you have done our collation? Because mind you, we do our internal collation before going to the main collation center. But something happened at the collation center that was caused by the NPP. The deputy secretary of the NPP, went to incite his supporters around 5 a.m. And then they went into the collation, they broke into the collation center, tried to harm the EC officials. Our members also came trying to make sure the right things are done by making sure the will of the people is respected. And as a result, some of the pink sheets, including ours and then DS, because we're doing collation, and collation is about cross-checking. So we had one or two, but as we speak, we have everything. We have everything. but they don't have it. They are bringing photocopies, a scan photocopies, black and white, and trying to tender it as a way of verification. We haven't agreed to that.
Well, my colleague Fredo was in there, and I'm sure he may have asked you a number of these questions. But does it tally? Does the photocopy they have tally with the original copies you have?
We are yet to go through that. We have flagged about 82 of the pollings and the pink sheets, and that is what has delayed the process. When they were doing the now we've done about 121 out of 203, 82 flagged, and that is what we are going to work on tomorrow. The EC themselves are saying they can't even account for about 10 or 15 pink sheets.
Okay, because we are outside here with your supporters, let's talk more about them. So tomorrow, are we going to see them here again tomorrow?
Yeah, they are Ghanaians. They are citizens of this country, and nobody can curtail their movement. Right. So they have that freedom of movement. So if they are here, they will come.
Fred, I also want to pick an assurance from you. I mean, one of the arguments the Electoral Commission raised, for instance, was that during the recollation of some, constituency results, the Electoral Commission claimed that the declarations were made by the returning officer or the presiding officers of those various constituencies under duress, and that is where the fear stems from, the fear of having party supporters or thrown the coalition centers. What is the assurance really that these party people you are bringing here to the coalition centers are going to comport themselves throughout, even if at the end of the day the declaration does not go in favor of your candidates?
But talking about duress, do you see them holding?
No, I'm not talking. I'm speaking in general. I'm talking about. It's premised on what the Electoral Commission had communicated earlier.
That is palpable falsehood, because they are here. They are not holding any arms. Okay, so how can they force an arrow to declare an election under duress? It's not true. In 2020, if they are talking about duress, I hope you know what happened, where they sent military men to go and force people to declare election. We haven't done that. So the issue of duress or supporters coming around, they were here peacefully, the police were here, they didn't have any issue with them. So it's neither here nor there.
Right, so and then I just want to give me assurance if they are going to be this peaceful, even if at the end of the day the result does not go in favor of your candidate. That's an assurance I want you to give, if you do not mind doing so on live television.
NDC party in Suhum, we are peaceful. It's just that we want the right things to be done. Because if we tally everything tomorrow and it goes to our favor, the question should also go to them. Are they also going to be peaceful? Because we are not fighting anybody. We are making sure the right things are done. That's the reason why we are trying to hold the EC account. Because this thing happened on Sunday. Okay, where were they? They've gone to hide. They told us they were not having their original pink sheet. Now they've come in with duplicate pink sheets. So if there are issues and then it is tendered in it, is it fair? So that one, I cannot assure you. As I speak as the organizer, I can't assure you. But whatever happens, I pray peace reigns tomorrow.
Shouldn't that be a cause to worry, Fred?
No, don't be afraid. Everything will be under control.
And this is an assurance we are having from you.
Yeah. Everything will be under control, because I believe we are winning and we are going to celebrate with them together.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Nana, so you heard an executive of the NDC in Suhum Aduaju constituency. He's assured that despite the presence of their party supporters here at the police training school in Tesano, they are going to compose themselves well throughout the process. I asked Nana.
Right, before you let him go, can you find out from him where these supporters will be spending the night?
Yeah, I spoke to some earlier and they mentioned that some says they are going to leave and come here very early tomorrow, but others are also saying that they are going to spend the night. In fact, some have even raised, issues with trust. I mean, leaving every document that is needed for collation behind overnight. They have raised, concerns about it. But maybe I would want to pick the thoughts of one or two of them on live TV. Please, can I speak to any of you? Okay, and please, your name?
Mariam.
Mariam, your full name?
Mariam Mohammed.
Mariam Mohammed, you're also from Suhum Aduaju.
Can I speak to you?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Also free Nsawam Adueju.
Me patron am fi Nsawam Adueju.
Also ba ha anopa sa.
Me patron anopa na be ha.
Anopa na ba obotayenti a wetimi atwen efiti anopa ebesi nde no eye den important.
Me patron me ba honorable Selom nti na me ba ha. E na oni nti na meti ha no mo. E na meti ha no mo so am pese. Minim say oye winner. You be declare as a winner at the end of the day.
Say anko na fa no so amobe fa ne sa aye peaceful to say mu yes.
Acho say anko ya na emra kwan papa so dia. E na e be fa ne sa ba o man fa kwan papa so dia. E na ye fa ne sa.
Enti mu be yes ochna 6 a.m. e na mo be continue collation for Nsawam Adueju because and then kwama a collation for constituencies bear me and sa. Inti mu supporters no be wa hotel ochina na mo be kwa asan ba.
E pacho se e ba se ye be wa ha e ba se ye be konso ye be ko e china ma china ya ba.
E ba se mo be da ha kra ma de acha mo be.
Pacho ye be da ha pa because on Saturday kra ye da collation center ma de chin. Inti enda kra betimi ada ha ma de achi. Ade kra sa achi ewie. Cause ekobo one inti ade achi ewie.
Nana, so you just heard from the horses on they say they are going to they really don't mind spending the night here at the the police training school in Tessan or this police communication that the recollation for Nsawam Adueju will be held tomorrow at 6 a.m. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Please, I would also want to engage you briefly. Kindly tell me your full name.
I will speak tree.
Okay, Mpasho Udin.
Medidi Nana Kwame Apindako.
Kwame also free Nsawam Adueju ho na oba ase.
Me free Nsawam Adueju. Ankwa Dobro. Gateway to East region. Ena Dobro.
Nti also ni executives for ni bi ena ba ase. Na wo de wa na oba ha.
Me ba wa honorable Salam nti. Say Nsawam Adueju no yenya bibia wo kro no mu. Yempi na yetu ni so aba no yen hwi. Wonye dwuma bia onenam keke. Onenam praka.
Na say sisi ano ya to aba na wie NPP fo ato ama no mo so NDC fo no matfo mo de na ama no ono gidi se we win mo so mo gidi se mo win se mo betwe wo se ye twen ma EC no no ye referee e wo we mu nyina mu no e make official declaration na ye nyina peace will prevail ana
menua de o say ya to aba tia no ye mpenu ye na edi ni ba ye o ye na to aba ma no mi woni video bibie tam o ba ye no o edwuma blue sky
na say ECN declare no and yeah official declaration untimi conclude say matuetia na matuetia na but ABI was not enough to cause him a defeat ana
papa police station say you to abayi na ye nim ya police station you to abayi nim nti bibi be ko nim say ye wini no nti akabom no ye lidi no edi na bofo pim and on Osman Nkrofo no say on be say
there be any the allegations now who make yentimi and substantiate the basia me pese me fa wadwen che say yes 6 o'clock ochina and no be ba ha say ababa ye Nsawam Adueju de no obetina ha ma ade achi 6 ana say obekọ na ochina o ma chi waba
me nua me cause me allegation so magina ama ya bo 6 kwa me wa ha me nko ba bia
obeda ha say
me matina dada me need enkubiom manum so de me need all this wo
dey nti na wonko na ochina wo ma
me nko yese me ye free apa easy for no to no asan omoto be wi bia ma
oh there be na say mpanyimfo ne bi nyi nkofo we na anso your police training school does that I don't know ma we enough trust
me nua wo ba kwa ofie kwa wo believe no me ba kwa me believe o mo
see no me raise issues about pink sheets no nyoma say mo de no bi nya intact ma me no mo executive na ka so say eno no ye me allegations na NPP fo no make wadwen kire wo ho no say ugidi say bia
pitch tie de pepepe say unko tro exam na unja wo pen wo exam hall no na wa bafie unya tro exam no wie na for paper anyway no da bafie yeah pitch tie de pepepe be say no do play em pen bio
me be say me so me dwun wadwen kire mo nyina me bi so mo about issue of peace ya na NPP no adekonti ayen support mpenyifon support idea say bia support say be ba say bia ye recollation say no nyoma no say e bia na ankoba ne sese na mo pen na e bia na ebufuo so and na are escalating to bibia something unforeseen
And no assurance ben amu betimi pese me nso so meje wadwen kire wo ho me ne mpanyufo akasa o my assurance o mu as supporters no so assurance ben amu betimi e dey ama on live TV on channel 1 say no matter how the outcome no say na me beto mu ha mutina ha din no sa na beye
ye nuanu mu ya so dwe ti dey so wa no say na ye pay for so dwe sa ye hwe na ade no ye dia ye nim say ye wini omu fama e boko na asundwe bra na omu wie mu so no na we wini a eni aso ensam wo ye hu ntoye.
All right, Fauzu.
Ye hu ntoye ye nim so obotuo ye wo video so ye phones
there be any dey me allegation me patcho ye hu say obotuo ye dey ye hu say won't me patcho. Okay, thank you Nana.
Right, so I mean some Nana, allegations there that we cannot substantiate.
Nana, so
but thank you. Just
we can substantiate, absolutely.
Exactly. Stay put. We'll be coming back to you for some live updates. This is our live coverage of the recollation of parliamentary results for some 4 constituencies in the eastern region. Now, out of these 4 constituencies, 3 have been declared for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. I'll run you through the candidates that have won the elections as per the declaration made by the Electoral Commission earlier today. Now, if you go to Akwetia, Ernest Kumi has won the seat for the New Patriotic Party as per the recollated figures by the Electoral Commission. Then you go to Suhum, where Frank Asiedu Bekoe, also representing the New Patriotic Party, has been declared winner after recollation today. Then there is Kwame Apia Kudya, who was also declared winner for the Fantiakwa North constituency in the Eastern region by the Electoral Commission. Yes, Kwame Apia Kudya also representing the New Patriotic Party, NPP. And so out of the 4 that are being contested, 3 have already been recollated and results declared in favor of the candidates for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. The outstanding one is the Nsawam Aduajiri constituency, where the incumbent MP Frank Ano Dompre is up against the NDC's Philibert Fume Amanope, popularly known as Selom, and both claiming victory in the election. And so the EC has been doing recollation all day long. If you go to the Nsawam Aduajiri constituency, there are 203 polling stations there. Now, out of the 203 so far, there's recollation has been done for 121. But out of the general 203, 82 have been flagged. And this is where the contention is. And so that is what is left. 203 polling stations, 121 pin sheets out of the 203 polling stations recollated already, 82 having been flagged, especially by the National Democratic Congress. And so the bone of contention now has to do with the 82 pin sheets from the polling stations. Earlier, there was confusion somewhere after 9 p.m. regarding whether or not the exercise should continue, with the Member of Parliament, Frank Ano Dompre, insisting that he had been at the center since 5 a.m. and it wouldn't be fair to him if the exercise is truncated or postponed to another date. A gentleman's agreement was reached earlier, of course, between the various political parties, that the exercise be scheduled or rescheduled to 6 a.m. on December 13, which is Friday. However, after this agreement, we've seen the Member of Parliament make a U-turn and demand that the Electoral Commission makes a declaration. We await to see what will become, or what will the outcome of the process will be. Will the EC go ahead and make a declaration as is being demanded by the Member of Parliament, or will the EC stand its grounds and reconvene at 6 a.m. on Friday the 13th to continue the process? This is the Election Bureau on Channel 1 Television. My name is Nanatufo Boateng. Earlier, you heard from Fred Duo, who is within the Collation Center, bringing you live pictures. And of course, my colleague Fauzu Masaudu on the outer perimeter of the National Police Training School here at Tesano in Accra. Stay with us. We will be updating you as and when we do get those updates and when they come in. This is the Election Bureau. Keep watching Channel 1 Television.
So welcome back to the Situation Room. My name is Vivian Kailoko. I'll be the captain of the ship, cruising you through to the northern part of the country, where we'll look at the figures and the seats going to the NDC and the NPP for the 2020.